Top 10 Craziest Car Inventions. The Flatmobile. Think the custom dropped suspension on your favorite local Flatmobile is low? Trust us, compared to the 46 cm tall Flatmobile, that car is a giraffe. But the Flatmobile's oddness does not stop at its bitumen-hugging height. It is based on a 1963 Hillman Imp and powered by the Imp standard 875cc engine. But because in standard form that means it struggles to shoot fire from its exhaust, the car's creator decided to install a jet engine. The Brooks Swan Car. Swans are beautiful creatures, regal, classy and elegant, although inclined to get beakily nasty when upset. So, anytime you design a car that looks like a swan, you should not neglect that aspect of their personality. Which is why the 1910 Brooks Swan Car, which in its day cost 3 times as much as a Rolls-Royce, not only looks like the bird, but also shoots boiling water out of its beak to clear the road ahead. However, it does have some upmarket features, including Indian silk upholstery, gold leaf accents, and brushes to keep the wheels clean. And it deposits imitation excrement at the rear. Column Detachable Caravan. Looking for something that blends your love of caravans and science fiction terminology? Look no further, because this modern caravan comes complete with a motorized living pod that can be detached from the main body of the van when you inevitably decide to go and look at a historical fort, or a jam shop, or a rock. You know, the things that caravanners are interested in. We can see just one small flaw in this design. It is already possible to detach your tow vehicle from your caravan, and when you do that, you do not have to drive about in half a caravan which can only carry one person. Rinspeed Submarine. Inspired by James Bond's Lotus Esprit from The Spy Who Loved Me, the Rinspeed Submarine is a Lotus Elise submarine. Since it would be nearly impossible to make a British sports car completely watertight anyway, Rinspeed went all out with the open-top squeal, which in submarine mode fills with water and requires occupants to breathe through scuba-style diving regulators. Underwater, the electric-powered squeal can travel at up to 3 km per hour, and on the road its top speed is 120 km per hour. Reliant Robin. It is almost impossible to drive a Robin around a corner without rolling over. With just one front wheel, dealing with the weight of the engine and direction changes, the laws of physics simply do not allow the Robin to turn successfully. Despite this, a 2011 survey reported that Reliant Robin drivers were actually Britain's safest drivers. Presumably because almost all of their cars had crashed and been taken off the roads long before the survey was done. Pyramid Dream Car. You know what is wrong with modern automotive design? There is not enough ancient Egyptian influence. Which is probably what led George Zannis to produce the Pyramid Dream Car. Clearly it is well designed to be the final resting place of a pharaoh, but it also claims to be a rival for the Bugatti Veyron as world's fastest car. Mr. Zannis says that this fully electric vehicle could one day do a massive 400 km per hour, which would make it significantly quicker than the McLaren P1 and the Ferrari LaFerrari. Allegedly. Smart Monster Truck. The Smart Car is probably the least appropriate monster truck donor vehicle in the world. Designed to squeeze into parking spaces sideways, and poodle around congested cities efficiently, the Smart's job description is the polar opposite of a monster truck's. Monster trucks should also look tough, and the Smart Car looks about as menacing as a poodle pup. But at least with the standard 62 kW Smart engine on board, the fuel bill would not be scary. Michelin PLR. Back in the 1970s, Michelin needed a vehicle to test its development truck tires. But rather than simply purchasing a truck, Michelin decided to enlist the services of Citroën, and the pair came up with this monster. It has 10 wheels, 4-wheel steering, 2 5.7-liter V8s, and it weighs more than 10 tons. One V8 is used to power the rear 6 wheels, and the other is used to spin and, ultimately destroy, the test tire. GMXP21 Firebird III. today's supercar manufacturers are trying to make their cars feel like fighter jets for the road. For example, Pagani likens the noise and the thrust of their Juarez engine to that of a jet engine and say the body was designed to mimic the form of a jet taking off. And it is a similar story at Lamborghini. But none of these cars capture the fighter jet for the road feel in the same way that General Motors' Firebird III did. It got wings, a central tail fin, air brakes, and a pair of bubble canopies. The steering is even operated via joystick, which should make it a hit with those who grew up playing Pac-Man on an Atari. Batman Tumbler 2013 Gumball 3000. When you have got ridiculous amounts of money, you can afford ridiculous things that make a Cadillac with a hot tub seem a mundane yawn. For example, you could have your own replica of the Batmobile built, then take it on a rally tour of Europe with a convoy of your similarly overindulged supercar-toting mates. This custom-built, street-legal monster was created by a Middle Eastern group called Team Galad, which completes the Gumball 3000 rally each year. The Batmobile seats 3 and is powered by a 370 kW Chevrolet V8. But with a top speed of 160 km/h, you could overtake it in your grandmother's Toyota Corolla.